All right, now there's been an Alabama brawl. You guys don't know this happened in Montgomery a few days ago over the weekend, and on Kasuwa Street. So, basically, there's a African American security guard. He was doing his job, and it seems to that it was a group of white people that actually had their boat docked in the wrong area, and it was supposed to be specifically for a cruise line. Dock, and he wanted them to move it. So guess some words were exchanged, and this was all caught on video. And the guy got assaulted. The black security guard got assaulted, man. And at this point, it was no holds bar. I mean, they just started jumping, and I'm just looking like, you gotta be kidding me. This is ridiculous. Now on TikTok, it was the aftermath of one of the individuals, man, that was caught up in the scandal. On the scuffle, man, he was like, I don't know if it was like really true, or he was just, I think it was though, but he was, or he was trolling, but he had like a black eye and everything. He had like tissue up in his nostrils, man. Like, started fighting him, and after like 20 seconds to 30 seconds of that, man, you had another young man who was 16 years old from the boat. Young African American. People say he should be an Olympic gold medalist. I mean, yeah, he ended up swimming all over and to help him. And we had people around the dock. One of the African Americans, they ended up just, man, our people just ended up just fighting them and fighting the white people there. And one of them grabbed a chair, and you could see it was like clips of from the Boondocks. They was like, "Oh my gosh!" And Riley threw a chair when he was trying to advertise Steak Meter and Granddad fighting. And it was like, "I'm mad," and I remember that because that was a classic episode, man. That scene was just so crazy, but. Man, multiple arrests were stated there. First, when the police officers was on scene, they ended up arresting, the individuals. But what till they found out, because they thought they were the aggressors, this would have seen. But the videos were all out, and that's the beautiful thing about not only social media and the internet. Things can get, spread more quickly. But we have our cell phones. We got video coverages from our portable mobile phones, and was able to decipher and get information a lot quickly and be like, oh, okay, now those were the perpetrators. The security guard was actually doing this job. He was just assaulted for doing this job. So I believe that security guard should get a raise if he continuously to do his job, because he did nothing wrong. And, they had Malcolm X, man, from heaven. They had like a photo, man. People are so creative. And saying like, man, I'm so proud because it's happening in Alabama, man. So of all states, right? So during the Jim Crow eras, and they actually used to do this to black folks a lot, man. In general, man. They used to put acid in pools. In the 50s, 60s. I mean, this was ridiculous, man. But I'm just glad that they jumped in, because at the same time, man, they probably would have killed him. I mean, it was just like 4 or 5 people just all on one dude. For just simply doing this job, man. And I gotta say kudos to the security guard. He didn't back down or anything, man. He didn't back down to no confrontation. And let's hope you don't have too many bruises though. But people bringing a chair and hitting him aside the head. I was like, oh my goodness, man. So going on in Montgomery, Alabama, man, that Riverside Walk. But I just think that right now it's a spirit going on to the point that people are getting tired. People are angry. You're not gonna. This is a different generation. You're not gonna just sit up here and just hit on us, and we're just gonna be passive and not do anything. No disrespect to the people that's happened in the 60s or 50s or during the Jim Crow areas, because they couldn't, if they would have fought back, they would have went to jail. Like, it was kind of law. They had to be separated, and they just kind of had a different approach on certain things. But no, man, this generation, you going up here and talking sideways regardless of color, man. We gonna we gonna do something about that, man. You gonna get your head split on some Big Kirk. Shouts out to him. But this is some funny stuff, man. Nobody lost their lives, thank goodness though. But when the individuals try to escape on their boat, they was like, oh no, you ain't gonna do what you gotta do. And when I actually discovered too, so the individual who hit the black security guard, I think he ended up working at Selma, Alabama. He owned a store, so people was trolling him on LinkedIn. They was like, oh, okay. And then on Facebook, they're gonna try to shut his store down. But I don't know, was this racially motivated? It could have been, or it could have been just ignorance, but it just didn't look right. I mean, all one race is jumping on a black dude, like, come on, man. So hey, kudos to the brothers, man. They came out here and did something, and bravery to that young brother who who swam across. I probably would have done something too. I'm like, you ain't gonna just sometimes you can go to jail for what you stand up and what you believe in. Like the legendary Malcolm X said, if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. And I'm just glad though. It was a beautiful thing to see these brothers, man, come together and physically get involved, man. Regardless if you know how to fight or not, man. Because at the end of the day, man, this got to stop. Like, so. But yeah, that's all we have to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I know the mayor was like, oh no, we don't want our youth to be desensitized to violence, so we're going to go ahead and pursue criminal charges with those who were involved, those who started this. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. That's all we have to say. Definitely going to put this in a frame. This is a classic, and we're going to remember this for a while. I'm out. Deuces.